Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about IIFT College. So IIFT is a Indian Institute of Foreign Trades, one of the really good colleges in India for MBA students. They have their own entrance examination. So today we'll talk about the basics. I mean, what is the history of this college? What are the average salary and everything? Just the basic stuff. And then again we'll discuss few FAQs about it, and then we'll go ahead with the examination pattern, what the examination looks like of the IIFT college. So let's get started with the basics of the college. So this college was right now, I mean, the campus is in Kolkata. It was founded in 2006. It has a campus size of around 7 acres, and its median salary, I would say, it's not a median salary, it's an average salary, which is of 18 lakhs per annum, and highest salary was given of 1 crore in 2019 batch. So it is also recognized by UGC and NAC. Modes of education will be, there are two modes, part-time and full-time. Obviously there is also a executive MBA they provide. Affiliation, IIFT deemed university. So I'll give you the official website as well in the description. So let's see what are the courses they offer. So first is MBA International Business, which has a course fee of 16 lakhs. Then MBA part-time on weekend, same into the International Business, which is of 8 lakh rupees course fees. Executive PG Diploma, 3.5 lakhs. And a PhD in economics, it's obviously it's a PhD, so you'll be getting the stipend and everything. There's no fees, and there will be very minimum fees for sure, right? And the last one is certified programs are there worth around 75,000 to 1 lakh rupees. So you can just go and check out their website. So let's go ahead with the basics, or I would say FAQs of this particular examination. So many students have so many doubts about it, and is it a really good college to go for? Is it really worth taking taking into this enrolling into this a particular examination apart from CAT? So it's definitely very important. Okay, so what are the few basic FAQs? What is the difficulty level of IIFT examination? This is the very common question everybody has, because most of them are preparing for GRE, GMAT, or some other CAT examination. So they really want to try to compare both the things. So IIFT examination is pretty tricky, and it is similarly type kind of a CAT examination as well. Also, IIFT examination has a fourth section, which is general knowledge. So it's kind of tough. The difficulty level is similar to the CAT examination as I would say. Who will set IIFT question paper this year in 2020? So this year the examination, I mean management, everything has been transferred to NTA. So till now IIFT used to conduct examination in the written, I mean pen and paper format. Now it has gone to the online mode, and this year they will be conducting it online. So we'll discuss about that as well, how many questions are there, how many I mean what is the sectional score and everything, where there will be negative marking or not, and how your strategy should be in the examination as well as in the practice days. So what is considered a good attempt in IIFT examination? So a good attempt, I would say it's a 110 questions. I mean, obviously, total the pattern has 110 questions, but you should accurately, I would say, accurately you should answer 50 to 55 questions. I mean, that should be the accuracy. Looking for the negative marking, and don't attempt everything in the IIFT as well. Same goes for CAT examination. Try to be very precise with your answers, because negative marking takes down the actual mark dedicated to that particular question along with the negative marking as well. So it's not just -1 mark, it's like -1 plus the marks dedicated to that particular question. So is there a pattern of questions in distribution in each of the sections? So no, there is no such pattern of a particular number of questions in each section. IIFT changes this every year to make it less predictive and kind of more difficult. So students don't really know which section will be more important this year. So that's a really tricky thing. So next one is, what is the timeline? I mean, what is the time for the particular examination? So it's 120 minutes and 110 questions in total, that we'll discuss in detail. What are these 110 questions before we move ahead? So what do you think is the IIFT? I mean, IIFT is definitely a different examination. What do you think is the most important aspect of IIFT, those who cracked it? So most important, that according to me, I mean, I have spoken to many students of IIFT. So as I can see that the practice is very important generally, because IIFT has a different mindset. So if even if you are preparing for CAT examination and everything, you have to go through the previous examinations question papers as well, because you have to understand the mindset of the examination pattern and how you should strategize it, because not every strategy, like the strategy you have made for CAT examination, is going to work for CAT IIFT as well, because obviously there's another section altogether in IIFT which is general knowledge, so you have to prepare very nicely for this examination. So before we move ahead, I would like to suggest one of the really great initiative that Unacademy has started. I have mentioned the link in the description below. So this initiative, in this particular course, they have collected all the previous kind of, as many as possible. They have collected so many question papers of specifically of IIFT. You must go and check out this question papers. Go there, because we see mostly the test series are related to CAT and GRE and GMAT, and nobody is talking about. No option is there to prepare for IIFT examination separately, right? So do check out this test series. Go for it, because many students will be going for it, and you'll know where you stand right now, because after this test series you will be getting your analysis of every question that you have appeared or not have answered. Also, you'll be getting the percentile wise where do you stand right now in the IIFT competition. So you must go and check out right now. It's from Unacademy, so the source is totally good and it's authentic, and definitely they have put a lot of efforts into this. You should go and check out. So moving with the next thing, next question: how many questions will be there in the GK section? So it's generally is 18 to 20 questions, and what is the marking system and everything, that we'll discuss in the later part. So moving to the pattern of this particular examination. So the pattern is there are 4 sections like I discussed earlier. First is quantitative aptitude, second is VRC, third is logical reasoning and data interpretation, and fourth is general knowledge. So you don't have particularly sectional timing. You can switch between different sections in the whole 120 questions total of as you can see in the on my screen, that the number of questions are for QA it's 25, VRC it's 35, logical reasoning, and this is the data of last year. Okay, this is not a typical pattern they have. This is totally a last year's data, and they change every year. There's no such big deviation, but you can see what sections have more weightage and what sections are less weighted in the marks and everything. So logical reasoning and data interpretation has 30 questions, had 30 questions. General knowledge had 20 questions, and marks per question was like for QA it's 3 marks per question, and negative marking was there -1. Same as CAT examination. Also VRC section 3 marks per question and -1 for negative marking. Same goes for DILR section as well. And general knowledge section especially, it had 20 questions and 1.5 marks per question were there. And there was also negative marking in this particular section as well. So don't think that you'll be like giving answers, just a blind answers. Don't do that as well in the general knowledge section as well. If you're sure only, then go for it. It's just minus 0.5 marks are there for negative marking. Total marks, QA section had 75 marks in total. VRC section had total of 105 marks. DLR section had total of 90 marks, and GK had 30 marks. So as you can see, last year there was a more emphasis on VA and RC section. This is actually not just last year. It's a pattern that they are following since few years, that VRC section is really given more emphasis. And it is not even, the good thing about IIFT is it is not inference based VRC. Okay, if the reading comprehension is there, so the passages are around 800 words, and they are mostly factual based. Questions are also factual based. They're pretty straightforward. Unlike CAT, they do not really have entertained interference based kind of questions or passages. So it's really good to score. Also, QA section is kind of really good. You can score 100 percentile in this particular course. Particular section, because it mostly focuses on your basic fundamentals. What do you know about the basics of this quant examination? So I would say best resource to go for to study if you are going to prepare for IIFT or any, even if for CAT examination or Quant section, because Quant is something that you can score 100%. That's a really good chance of scoring. That one section will set you apart from others, and you will have a really good chance of getting admission into IIFT or on other good colleges as well. So the basic starts with the basic. Take NCRT books. Take NCRT books of 9th and 10th. That's, I know that you may feel like I'm it's not a good thing to go for. Maybe you should go for Arun Sharma or something. Obviously, you will move to Arun Sharma once your basics are clear. If you're solving around, if you are practicing 100 questions a day, and then you're just getting around maybe 75 to 80 questions correct in that out of 100 questions, then you should go back to NCRT questions, books, and then you have to start preparing for your basics. This will also help you improve your speed, because speed is very important, right? It's 120 minutes, just 120 minutes and 10 questions. I'm not sure how you are going to score good if you are not focused on time management, because RCs are also 800 words. Though they are factual based, you have to have a good reading speed to go through the entire passage and remember the facts as well. So talking about the general knowledge section. So general knowledge section is something that mostly focuses on the static general knowledge. Okay, so you have to just study the static general knowledge. It's not very difficult if you just start preparing for 1 month prior to your examination for GK. I'm sure you will definitely crack the cutoff. And even if you miss the cutoff of this particular section, you are going to get rejected from the PI and GD. So also one more important thing about IIFT is that you need to focus on your sectional score as well. You cannot be like, so I'll get a compound score of the entire examination and that will be enough for me to get through GD and PI. No, IIFT mostly, they give a more importance to how much you have balanced, how good you are into every particular section. That is very important, and you will be asked questions regarding that in your interview, and you have to justify it properly. And even if you miss one single cutoff of any section, you are not going to get a call, or they will not entertain you if there is a huge difference between the different sections of and their scores, and then they will not entertain you in the PI as well. They'll just ask you a few questions, but you will not be their first priority for sure. So let's talk about the difficulty level of each section. So QA always kind of it varies from moderate to difficult section, but it's most of the time it's a moderate difficult level. VRC section is always the difficult level is easy. The DILR section is always from moderate to difficult. I would say moderate itself. It's not that difficult if you are preparing for CAT examination. So you will not feel that the DILR section is very difficult in IIFT examination. And talking about the GK. So GK is kind of a moderate, I would say moderate difficulty, because it's not easy if you are not going to prepare for it. So you will not even, I would say, answer 4 to 5 questions. Not even that. You have to give some time. There are so many videos out there on YouTube itself. You don't even have to go for other paid services. There are so many current affair lectures going on every day for UPSC students. Just join those YouTube lives, and you'll get so many knowledge out of that for your particular current affairs. So what is important in this last 1 or 2 months, or maybe 2 or 3 months remaining for IIFT? Maybe you are hearing about IIFT for the first time, or maybe you have already started preparing. And if you're into both the categories, I think you should focus on mock test. Okay, whether it's previous year papers or maybe someone has created some test series of IIFT, you should go for it, because it's totally different from a CAT examination. Okay, so you have to put in good amount of thought into it. So like I said, I have mentioned Unacademy in the description below. You should go and check out. Just give a look. If you like it, then only enroll it. Obviously, you'll get 10% discount if you use my link, and just go through it. It's totally up to you whether to go enroll for it or not, because experts have always said that if you want to crack IIFT, including GD and PI, you will have to have around 25 to 30 marks already given in the last 2 or 3 months of examination. That has given a really good amount of, really good best results for the students, because obviously it's a simple math, right? You have to practice and then you'll get through it. Also, we'll be doing another video with one of the students of IIFT, current students of IIFT, and then we'll discuss how his experience was throughout the entire uh, selection procedure from the examination to the GD and PI, and how they were enrolled into it, and what is the culture of this college, and is it really worth going for it? Is it really worth leaving some IIM, some good IIM or IIT for this particular college? So, right. So they have two campuses in, I guess, Kolkata and Delhi as well. So we'll talk with one of the students of Kolkata or maybe Delhi. We'll see. And till then, if you have any doubts, if you have any comments, if you have any topics in your mind, just mention that in the comment box below. I'll definitely try to make a video about it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share as much as is possible. Thank you so much.